So it came time for me to buy a dinghy, and I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I was debating between two of these cheap dinghies, and I found that there wasn't a whole lot of great information on the internet about the specifics of these boats, so I bought both of them, and I'm sharing a quick video of some testing of the dinghies so that you can hopefully be better informed before you make a purchase. The first dinghy here is going to be a 7-foot 6-inch inflatable, and I think I paid about $400 for it. The other one is a West Marine tri-hull plastic rigid boat, and that one was I think $450 or $500. So here we go. Now I'm 170 pounds, 6 foot tall, and the first test is basically me walking around the dinghies, standing on the side rails and such, and seeing if I can dip a rail, how stable they are, and how they react to weight being in them. The inflatable is super light and doesn't do well in this test, to be honest. However, being inflatable and having those massive pontoons, it actually doesn't dip into the water no matter how or where I step on it. So it is cool for that. The West Marine dinghy, being larger and heavier, fares a little better in this test, comparatively. However, without those massive inflatable pontoons and being a more traditional boat, it doesn't do as well when you put extreme amounts of weight on the side rails. When I walk around the boat on the rails, it's fairly easy to dip them in the water. So if you do step into this boat, it's best not to step on the side rail and step into more the middle of the boat. If something bad happens, like you flip the boat over, you'll find the dinghy extremely stable upside down and easy to get onto, and its lightweight nature makes it very simple to just toss back over. Since it has the big pontoons, it doesn't take on any water, so when you flip it back over, it's dry in the middle, and with the big pontoons, you can get back in the boat without dipping it into the water. So it'll be pretty dry when you get back in. Even if you're not. The rigid dinghy is reasonably stable when upside down and still pretty floaty. It is, of course, a positive flotation design. Being heavier, it is a little more difficult to flip back over, and without those massive inflatable pontoons that the inflatable has, it will take on a lot of water that you will have a lot of fun bailing out once you get the thing back upright. Also, trying to get back into the boat, you'll find that you dip the rail if you get in by the side, and you will put a whole lot more water into the boat, but at least it doesn't sink. Curious as to how much water this boat could actually take, I grabbed a bucket and started filling her with water. With it spilling over the edge, I decided, let's see if it'll hold my weight. Watch this. Watch it now. This is excellent. Riveting television. YouTube. Look at that. Full of water, still holds my weight. Not very stable, though. Well, this dinghy is a pretty decent design. It's pretty cheaply built. You can see that pretty clearly when I go to pull the plug and drain the bilge. Just a few minutes upside down was enough to put about 200 pounds of water into the space between the hull and the deck. Not a very great design. It's so poorly sealed that you can see water spilling out from the seam that connects the two, and just know that it's not very well built. To simulate a puncture, I deflated one of the pontoons on the inflatable and sat in the boat. So that's about what you can expect if you have a puncture. You pretty much just have a log. With its lightweight nature and flat bottom, loading and unloading the inflatable is a complete pain in the ass. The tri-hull, having the tri-hull design and being heavier, is so much better that it wins this without even trying.